time. Arsenal 1, Brighton 2. We're in trouble. We're in big trouble. Obviously, Freddie's come in. The players, we have 5-10 minute spells, and then we just don't do anything. Like that transition from when we equalised and then got the second, but then obviously it was well offside, so that's why they didn't give it. And then all of a sudden, yeah, I just don't know what's going on at the minute. We seem to be the only club not to get a manager bounce. I think that most of these players are starting to be found out. They are not good enough. Pepe came on, made a real difference. In the second half, we were a hell of a lot better than what we were in the first half. But again, one little set piece in the second half, and all of a sudden, Brighton have made it 2-1, and that's that. Game over. Little 5-minute spells here and there for Arsenal, but they were the better team. We tried to get behind them. We're in massive trouble now. We need to get a manager in place. I 100% don't blame this on Freddie. I think this is the players are clearly not good enough, and some of them need to stand up. I love Aubameyang to bits, but unless you're going off because you desperately need a shit, even then, there's 5 minutes to go, and our supposed captain now has just come off to take a shit with about 5 minutes to go. He comes back on the pitch. What the fuck's going on? Seriously, like, we're absolutely awful first half. Honestly, absolutely terrible. Second half, we came out of the blocks, we rang on Pepe, we took off Willett, who I thought was one of our best players in the first half. I mean, it was making a difference. It was making a real difference. And if I'm being honest, they were really frightened by Nicolo Pepe. But then what happened was that in the second half, we decided to... after we were seeing that was working, when Tony came on for Kolasinac, which was a perfectly decent substitution to make, we tended to go more on the left, and Pepe was out there completely free, and no one was giving it to him. And then when he was the only one actually going for goal as well. So, I don't know. All I know is, like I said, obviously Emery's gone, but it's the same old problems here at Arsenal. Hopefully we can get something at West Ham, because we're in relegation form right now. We haven't won since the end of September, and haven't won away since the opening day of the season either. And we're just giving relegation teams 3 points here, or a point, like it's nothing. Things need to get better, and the players really need to stand up and take responsibility, because they are not good enough. And whoever does come in to take over will have to have a serious clear out, because half of those players on that pitch are not good enough. When Aubameyang has an off day, we tend to have an off day. Lacazette first half I thought was awful, and I love Lacazette. Obviously he scored the goal to equalise. They took him off. I actually thought it was still a decent substitution. I don't think there was anything wrong with our subs today, but we've been the same for 3 to 4 years now, where we tend to have 10-15 minute spells where we're absolutely brilliant, and then we put the foot off the gas, and it's like we tried for 20 minutes, go, it's alright lads, we've earned our paycheck, and now we just let the opponent score. That used to kind of work under Wenger in a sense of, managing to get away with it and still nick a result. We're not even doing that anymore. We're losing teams like Brighton, and it's just not good enough. Like I said, I don't blame this on Freddie. He's only had 2 games. Yes, we probably should have got a result against Norwich, but it is what it is. This was a massive game, and we really needed to win, and we haven't even got a point out of it. So we'll see where we go from here. It's not looking great. It's not looking good for top 4. It's not looking good for any of that. I just want us to win a game at the minute. On to West Ham on Monday. Who knows what's going to happen there. If you've liked this little video, let me know. I'm not as angry as I was under Emery, because I don't blame Freddie. I'm blaming the players. They need to stand up and be counted. It's absolutely not good enough. Yes, he should have started Pepe, and then he rang on Pepe. It made a difference, and then we turned off again for the last 25 minutes. I don't know why. It seemed to be when that goal was disallowed for a VAR, it seemed to take the wind out of ourselves. This is a team that have just got no confidence in themselves whatsoever, and today isn't going to help even more. They need someone to put a shoulder around them, and I think the club need to look at this, and honestly they need to get a permanent replacement in, and quick, because at the moment we could be slipping and sliding down into the relegation zone. Maybe it won't be that bad, but who knows. But anyway, that's going to be it from me. Like I said, next game West Ham, hopefully we can get that win, but it's looking unlikely. Like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. I've been a trooper, and thanks for watching.